Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, Mike. How are you, mate?
Yeah, can't complain.
Can't complain, indeed.
So, first of all, congratulations. You got round two approved, out, posted. People have got their copies and they're giving you the positive feedback already. So, a massive well done. I know it seemed like it was a long way away the last time we spoke. So, congratulations on that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. Touch and go. So, yeah, the feedback from the first one, obviously, there was mistakes in there. I hold my hand up. Pretty big, glaring ones. We got the contact details wrong at gmail.co.uk. We got one of the thanks wrong. But, yeah, the feedback we got was amazing. There's people taking pictures, sending them in with coffees and teas, people down at the gym, people poolside in Ibiza. It's been so good, and obviously I've been getting like private messages and public messages saying just how good the artwork was, just how good the articles are, and how nice it is to have something real and bespoke and artistic. So yeah, second time around it was just a case of raising the bar. We got enough sales in to cover the costs. Smaller print run. Learned a lot of mistakes. Learned a lot about business if you read the editor's letter. But you know, it's been nice. And like this is where I found like the real creativity, because I went for some pretty mainstream debates in the first issue, which can still be purchased if you've missed out on that. But yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. It was touch and go. I gave a lot away for free. Massive debt ran up on that first print, but you know we clawed some money back, and the biggest testament to the first magazine was the pre-orders, which you were the first to do, Mike, as well. So you were the first to order the launch mag, first to order the second mag as well. So I can only thank you for that. And yeah, it's such a testament to the magazine that people were willing to part with their money before it had even been created. And with the second magazine, I've now got people messaging me to say, are we doing a subscription service for the year? But you know, these things they come and go, and everyone will get involved in the launch magazine. The real measuring stick will be how it goes for the second mag. So up to now it's been okay, but you know, I'm doing this is my kind of social media, digital media, new media push.
And I can imagine you're probably quite busy getting this done now as well, because I mean, like you said, it's one of those speculate to accumulate things, so you've got to be as busy and as active as possible, I suppose.
Yeah, well, and there's also, I run the risk of boring everyone, so I don't want to saturate myself. One of the things we touch upon in the magazine is like the saturation of like the podcast kind of market, as you'll know, because you've written your. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your piece with Paul Smith and podcasts in general? Because I'm not into the creation of podcasts. I'll do like good magazines and stuff, but there seems to be 6, 7, 8 podcasts that have sprung up in the last 12 months.
It is a very big talking point at the moment. I mean, obviously, a lot of people listen to podcasts now. A lot more people take in that medium to get their media, their news, their debates and whatnot. So, and it's obviously it's not like writing where you have to put a massive amount of skills and learning into it. You could literally just put your phone down on the table and have a chat and call it a podcast, which I'm not saying that everybody does. There are some absolutely fantastic ones out there. But again, it's like you said, so you've done your round 1, round 2. The test of time is, will you stick it? Will people be involved in round 3, round 4? That's kind of how we feel as podcasters, I feel now. There are some really good guys who we get on really well with and kind of aspire to be more like and maybe pick up as many fans as. And we're coming into our second year now, or we're just finishing up our second year. And we've got a very good core base of listeners now. We get a very solid return week on week. So I think that's a test for everybody. If you can consistently do it and keep a consistent level of decent numbers, I think we'll end up with we'll thin out the lot quite a bit.
Yeah, you'll get rid of the casuals and you'll only keep the hardcores.
Yeah, as soon as people realise that you don't really get a lot back from it, you don't get any kind of like finances back for it. It's just something you enjoy doing. So you either stick it or you don't. And I think we've got a big influx at the minute, and I reckon 12 to 18 months' time, there'll probably be a lot less again, and you'll be left with the ones that came in at the beginning of this time, guaranteed, and a few extras on the side.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? I kind of cut my cloth. I'd done the 12 digital magazines month on month, and then obviously got some money and tried to make this printed magazine work. I think one of the not that I didn't have faith in podcasts, but one of the things that like really opened my eyes to the power of podcasts was the fact that one of your listeners, having listened to our chat previously, had ordered, and he said, "Oh, it was inspiring that you give new writers a chance," which obviously you've had your own article, and we've got a host of new writers. But I thought pushing, because in the 12 months that we've done the digital magazine, we pushed a different charity on the inside cover of every magazine. We always push good causes on the Twitter. But the thing that really hit home was the fact that we were giving young writers and first-time writers and people that were just interested in the sport, fans, the chance to see their name in print. And I didn't know how well that was going down. I just thought that was something that you'd done, because I wanted the chance. So that's the only reason I've made the magazine. I wanted the chance to write for a magazine, so I thought I'll make my own one and I'll give other people a chance. And when I'm seeing on my timeline people tagging me and saying, "Thank you so much for the opportunity to get printed," it's amazing. And all the podcasts and interviews and things that I do, I say, if you feel like writing and you fancy writing, and no one will give you the chance, we will. We're so inclusive, and we want to give everyone a platform to show their skills. So yeah, it's been to know how well that goes down, when I thought that was just something everyone should do, was a real eye opener. So hopefully, if we do get to this third one, we'll have another team of writers. Maybe Paul Smith might do his rebuttal to you.
Do you know, I said it before, and as I said, I kind of, not to step on the magazine, kind of ended the article that I've got a lot of respect for him. As a boxer, you can't take anything away. You've got to give respect to people that do what they do. But I would more than welcome the chance to actually discuss it, because he's got his point of view, we've got ours. It's fine. I get we're probably not going to agree on it, but I would absolutely love to have an actual discussion on the matter. But I mean, I know we're a million light years away from that. I mean, you probably blocked me in real life, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I'm one of the few people on Twitter not blocked by him, but I've got a great affinity to any kind of Scouse fighter, so I don't really throw them under the bus or anything like that. But I know I just do me bit. I think that one, the podcast article, is probably the most relevant to you and your listeners. But we do talk about boxing insults and when they go too far. Should we ban alcohol at ringside? One of the articles I wrote, which I don't really get enough time to write now, was Matchroom FC, and that was inspired by a bit of a chat that you and the lads were having. I don't know if it was last week or maybe 3 weeks ago, where I do a start on 11 for the Matchroom boxers, and if you like your football and you like boxing, then check that out, because that's quite a good little article. But it's for boxing hardcores and football historians, so I think I'm just making a real niche, a little Venn diagram of sporting fans there. So no, that's been quite good.
So I mean, you were saying before, obviously it's been a real business lesson for you. I mean, you had lessons learned between 1 and 2. You've got lessons learned sorting 2 out now to go on to hopefully to get onto 3. What would you say has been the biggest eye opener for you getting to this stage now?
Definitely has to be customer service. I mean, in this day, and I tweeted about it the other night, people they want things so instantly. When Amazon can provide you with like a DVD and a dildo in like 4 hours or something like that, it is hard to compete with that. Well, not literally, but it's like hard to compete with the resources and facilities that they've got. So if a person orders a magazine, my phone goes and I go, wait, and I'll run over, I'll write the address out, I'll put the stamp on, put it in, and I've got to wait till 7:30 in the morning before I post it. If that's not there by the next day, I've got people messaging me saying, hey, I ordered this, where is it? Sunday throws everything into whack, and I I want to give the Royal Mail credit because they get these magazines up to Scotland, to Northern Ireland, down to London, but, you know, some of them take a bit of a kicking, and then I have to front the cost, basically, of a replacement. But, you know, I'm a customer as well, so all I can do is provide people with the best service that they can get. I'm just one man, but at the same time, they've paid me. They gave me money. It's my duty really to pay them back in kind. So just really trying to not only liaise with all the writers. There's 20 odd writers that you're speaking to, and then you're trying to organise stuff for the website. You got people kind of not impatient, because I couldn't be more grateful for them, but they want it so instantly. They want it in perfect condition, and the worst thing for me is we put all this hard work and time and effort into making it, and then I just have to put it in the hands of the Royal Mail, and it's just it's like watching your kid go to school and there's just a gang of bullies just waiting for them. There's nothing you can do. So just speaking to these guys, but again, that has been a very humbling experience. There's people messaging me with support, saying they've got other boxes to tweet it out, and they're really loving what we're all doing. And you know, and Ryan's getting all the credit, because Ryan, obviously, he is the guy that makes it all work. He all the art, all the design. It would not be as good a magazine as it is without him. And you know, for when people are sending these pictures in, they're all saying it looks great because they've got a product there. I don't like to call it a product because it makes it sound so capitalist and dirty, but I mean, it's a nice little thing. I mean, it's lighter. We downgraded on the paper, and I think we were getting fleeced by our printer, so I showed them a few quotes and I got the price down. So I'm learning to haggle, learning to speak to customers and readers and try and allay their fears.
Yeah.
That's been a big wake up call, because I just thought I'll just stick to the writing, it'll fly out the door. But no, you never. If you could foresee the problems, they wouldn't be there, because you would have had a plan in place. But that's all it is at the minute.
So I mean, you said that round 2 is a slightly smaller run than the first round. Has your aim changed going into this round?
Yeah, well, when I first started the digital magazine, the aim was literally just to get free tickets. As any boxing fan will tell you, all these podcasts are popping up because people want free tickets. It's £50 for seats. It's a lot of money, and that's why I'm forever grateful for the people that pay $4.50 for the magazine. Money is tight, but we done the 12, and that was an achievement in itself. The biggest achievement was getting to the first print. The second one, it's kind of a lap of honour. It was I'm not saying I'm getting people hooked on drugs or nothing, but we done a fairly decent print run first time. We were putting them in barbers. We were sending them off to every MTK gym, sending them off to boxing gyms, Matchroom. Didn't really get much back. Thankfully, with those that did turn up, not in the best condition, I had a pile of about 100 or 200 just to send them out again. We've more than half the print run, because we were hoping the product itself would be good enough for people to come back. Obviously, when we got so many pre-orders, that was a wow moment. That was really taken aback, and that was I cracked the bottle that night. I was like, wow, we've done something really, really good there. Sales, a lot of it hinges on this week, to be honest. I was on a podcast last night, the Nuthouse one, on yours tonight. I might have to do something on Black Friday just to get the numbers up there, but this print, the first one was all about awareness, and we got enough photos, and I had the free T-shirts that I sent out to everyone. This one is about breaking even. If we don't break even, then I'll have to look at what we've got left, because all the eggs were in the first basket, and we got through that, and it's been tough, and we've had to cut things here and cut things there, and still produce something really good. So second time around, if we can break even, I think we've done a good job. I still haven't taken a penny out of it. I just put money in. But as you say, we do it because we love it, and if I'm putting the money into making a magazine so good and I get free tickets, then it's basically just offsetting the price of the ticket.
Of course.
You know, what I've found with the website platform now, we've got so many good writers who get involved because dangling that carrot of you can be in print, they just submit brilliant work to the website, and I'll upload it and I go, yeah, this guy needs to be in print. Even if we only make the 2 copies and this guy's got print for the rest of his life and never makes it into another form of print media, it'd be my honour to be the guy that lets someone, you know, have that achievement. So yeah, we're just hoping we can break even, and we'll take it from there. We'll look at the numbers. I'll look at the numbers as if I'm Eddie Hearn and I'm signing all kinds of fighters. It's there's only so much money in the bank, and you know, once that goes, we'll see where we are. It's been a brilliant run. To even I could not believe the feedback we got for the first one. I could not believe that people had pre-ordered the second one and everything. And there's nothing. And I said on Twitter the other day, there's nothing that makes me more proud than the thank you page at the back of round 2, which is just pictures of our readers holding the magazines up. I mean, that, like, I never thought that would be possible. So yeah, the ambition was just to get to the first one. Consider this a lap of honour. If we get enough, we would definitely go for the third print. And funnily enough, Ryan has just got a job for a 3D company, so 3D design. So I don't know if we'll throw a pop-up in there or anything like that. Maybe a fist come out and smack you in the face. But so yeah, the ambitions they've been surpassed. Sound a bit like Tony Bellew. You're not going to beat me, Isaac Goodison. You're not going to beat that launch, man. But now getting to the second one is just an achievement in itself. And now it's down to the people, really. If people liked what they seen first time and they get the second one, then we're in luck. All we try and do is promote other fighters, promote writers, and you know, there's 3 chosen charities in this one: testicular cancer, death advice, because I'm so mindful of Christmas and money being tight, so death advice is in there, and loneliness as well, because you know there's a lot of single blokes who read these kind of things, and it's like Christmas time, it's a hard time for anyone. So if people want to call up, like, there's help out there for them. So that was another thing we were quite big on. So yeah, just being mindful of the time of year, really. Like I'm trying to compete with Amazon on Black Friday, and I'm trying to compete with Christmas, selling a little 2-bob magazine that I made. So yeah, it's hard, but you know, we keep doing it because we love it, and once the money runs out, it runs out. So I'm just happy that we've got this far, really.
It's been an amazing journey. I mean, we said it before. Obviously, yourself and I, we've been speaking for a long time since you kind of first set up even your Twitter account. So yeah, I mean, to see you go from the very beginning to now is just brilliant to see. It's so, like you said, it's humbling for you, but it's inspirational for the rest of us to see when you put your effort in and you know exactly what you want, that you can go and get your target. So it's, again, just congratulations on the work that you've managed to get done so far.
Well, yeah, no, it's so dynamic, isn't it? The industry on a whole. If you were to say you're in the industry, but you've got so many podcasts. You've got Our Little Magazine, you've got Kale Magazine, you've got video channels popping up, and print media. It's a really exciting time. I just think as the technology begins to change, as the World Boxing Super Series is going to YouTube, we are during the time of like a real changing of the guard with the Bellews, Hay, Brook, Khan, all these guys leaving, Crawler going, you know, all these guys on the way out. Who are going to be the stars of the future, and how are we going to watch them? Like that would be an essay and a debate in itself for possibly the third one. I've got my eye on certain stories. One of the articles in there is the prospects to watch out for in 2019.
Yeah.
There's people there. I don't want to ruin it. You'll have to buy it if you want to know who the prospects are. But yeah, the real changing of the guard, and you know, it is exciting times. And you know, whether you're a fan, whether you're a podcaster, a writer, a reader, it's very dynamic, and you know, long gone are the days where you'd see a little 100-word column in the corner of the sports paper. You know, it's changing, and I don't know if we might just go to a digital copy. You know, that's always an option. But I think people like the paper. They like the feel of it, like the hold of it, and the gloss. And it's a real thing that you whip out on your dinner, and people go, "Oh, what's that?" Because there's nothing like it. No one's seen this kind of thing. So just to play our little part, our small little part with our small but loyal readership, that's great. And we'll see how it goes, and we'll see the year out. Tyson Fury win a belt, and boxing will be booming in Britain again.
Let's all hope you're right. I know we've got a lot of people out there that are not his biggest fans, but it would be quite the comeback story to end the year on.
It will be huge. It will be huge. But yeah, I'd like to just pass on my congratulations to you as well. You've done show 100. I sent you a few magazines down as well, so hopefully they found a good home.
They did. We managed to get a few out to some fighters that turned up, and we gave them all out to people that arrived, and so there were none left at the end of the day. So hopefully some of those have been
not been basically. You walk outside the cinema,
straight in the canal.
Yeah.
The canal. I didn't even take them. I just threw them straight away.
Well, yeah, I think I'm very confident that you'll make it to show 200 as well, because it's going from strength to strength. Whether you have a full team or not, I think you will be there for the long run. You could be the next Kugan Cassius, maybe. Or is that too much of an insult?
No. Do you know what? He's another like Kugan. You just got to respect his hustle. He's been there and done it all now.
Yeah.
When we first sprung up, I started doing the video interviews and stuff like that, and you quickly realise that market is just so cornered. It's not even worth your time and effort. So I just concentrated our effort on the things that we can do well and the things that we do well, and that seems to be paying off for us. So I mean, show 100 was an experience, and again, like yourself, we learned a lot about our listeners and what people want and what people don't want. And it was, if we were ever to do it again, it would be a much changed event, I think. But again, like yourself, you pick it up, you learn it, and everyone said they had a good time. So you can't. It's not a bad thing. It's just learnings on our part. So we're all in this. Like, we're all brand new at this. None of us had a manual on how to get started and anything. So we're all just picking it up as we go along.
But that's it. Everything's so new. So I'm not saying we are trailblazers, because obviously we're following in the footsteps of many a person, much more talented than certainly I, anyway. But you'll be there doing the next few hundred, and it will be strange to see where boxing is at in about 5 years, because it only takes one podcast or one videographer to drop off and say, listen, I'll wash my hands of it. It's too much work for not enough pay. And, we would lose out on all kinds of access and insight into, the sport that we love. So it's exciting times ahead. Hopefully people will jump on board the back of our magazine, and hopefully we can get you some more listeners, and you'll listen through to Christmas. I will always be pushing your stuff. I wear that cap around the house. Be on the ropes. I couldn't wear it around Liverpool. People would throw bottles at me and things.
Don't. Yeah. The next time I'm in Liverpool, I won't wear mine.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get you tickets for Anfield as well, but the Callum Smith Golovkin at Anfield, that is a mouth-watering thing for me. I mean, if I was to get ringside covering that fight, I don't know if I would just hang it up right there. 3 tickets to watch fight at Anfield, Callum Smith and Golovkin. That's kind of the one you go out on.
Yeah.
If you were to do it. So
round 3 would just be pictures of you ringside all night, and then that's it. Then just
fully naked, holding a bottle of Stella, saying, "I am the king of the world."
Well, I hope that your dream comes true then.
Yeah, we can leave people with that image.
Well, it's been brilliant to catch up with you again, Lewis, as always, and we wish you every bit of luck, and we hope you manage to get rid of every copy. And like me, I'm an author in this, or I don't know what you call it, a writer in this. So grab a copy. I had an unprompted debate. He doesn't actually know he's in a debate, Paul Smith, but it's about podcasts and the old adage of, if you haven't boxed, you can't comment. Now, that really splits people down the middle. So, I mean, go read the article. It gives Paul's side, it gives my side as a podcaster, and other people's viewpoint as well. And yeah, I mean, myself, I've had a lot of good feedback on it as well. People have really appreciated it. So I mean, and there's so many other good articles in there, and I just want everybody to go and purchase it and support this cause, because it's such an honest venture, and you support so many good causes, and you push so many good people. So I just want you to do so well.
Cheers, Mike. Thank you. I'm tearing up here, mate. I'm tearing up.
Yeah, give me the bell you kiss on the forehead, and then we'll sign off on that then.
Yeah, you're a great fighter. You're a world-class champion, mate, and you carry power.
We do. Just remember that. That's it.
All right, peace, mate. All the best. Thank you.
You take care, buddy.
Ta-ra, lad. Thank you.
Bye.